Good morning, students. Today we will be reading that what changes were seen in Russia after the October Revolution. In the previous video, we had discussed about October Revolution. After October Revolution, the private property was opposed. That means no one can have private property. That kind of thing they popularized. The nationalization of banks and industries. Industries were also nationalized, banks and industries. Land was declared as a social property. That means land does not belong to a person, it belongs to the whole society. Large houses, a person is having a very large house, that was partition. Okay, this will belong to the four different families can live. So large houses were partitioned. Old titles were banned. These old titles were related to feudalism. Earlier, monarchy was there, feudal lords were there, so those titles were abolished, yeah, banned. Bolshevik party was renamed as Russian Communist Party. They have changed the name of Bolshevik party. Trade unions, etc., were under strict vigilance. So it was like one party system came. Now then started a civil war. Civil war within the country there was war-like situation. When the Bolsheviks said that land is a social property, that means those who are willing to do farming will do farming. Land belongs to everyone. It belongs to the society. So soldiers etc. they also returned. Okay, now we will also do farming. So they left their jobs etc. returned back to their villages. Okay, we will do farming. There was a fear in the mind of the people in Japan, Britain, etc. by the communist ideology which was increasing day by day. They feared that today they are doing in Russia, tomorrow people of Britain will also say, you know, we also want this kind of system. So this created fear in the mind of the governments of Britain and other European countries. Now this civil war was between three groups. The white, the green and the red. White here means pro-Tsarist. That means those who are supporter of Tsar Nicholas, the conservative people, they were considered white. Green means here socialist. And the red here means Bolsheviks. Now, in this Bolshevik got the victory, they were able to control these two groups because of the non-Russian nationalists, the people who were exactly not in Russia but otherwise in nearby countries, etc. They got the support of those people. Zadist, the Muslim reform group was there. They also supported the Bolshevik, and in this, the red got the victory. They were able to control these two groups. Clear? Now, creation of socialist society, whatever they planned, now how they executed. The first thing was centralized planning. Centralized planning, this in India also we adopted from USSR. That means after the civil war, they created a new state, USSR. A union was created of the non-nationalists also. They were the neighboring countries also, by giving them autonomy. In detail of how these things are created of federalism, we will discuss in the later videos, that is in next class. But a centralized system was created. That means normally which we call 5-year plan. This was centralized this planning system which USSR developed, and India also adopted this thing from USSR. First 5-year plan was I think 1927 to 32, then similarly 33 to 38, and this kind of the 5-year plans they made. Okay, in next 5 years we will do all these things. We will give more emphasis on this or that. So industries etc. were given more emphasis. By giving more emphasis on industries, the working conditions were not very good. There were frequent strikes or etc. also seen that time. But they had reformed the schooling system. Now the children of the workers etc. were sent to schools, colleges, universities. So education level improved. Healthcare facilities were also given. They also developed these scratches for taking care of the children of the labor. A system was developed with the women is working in the industry. Her children etc. will be taken proper care. So these kind of things they developed in USSR. Clear? Okay. After this, next is after Lenin, the next ruler was Stalin, and he started a policy of collectivization, collective farming. There was extreme shortage of food in Russia, USSR. They started raiding the kulaks, the large farmers, etc., who were there. Then the officers of the government they suggested collectivization. That means they should pool the land together and collective farming should be practiced. Many farmers were reluctant; they were not ready for collective farming. My land, why I should give? So there were many farmers who were reluctant; they were not ready. Reluctant means not ready. They opposed it. So there were many people who opposed this. And when many people opposed, they were either deported or they were severely punished. Stalin is known for his harsh policies. His policies were not very soft, which did not support it. There were many people who opposed his policy. कि नहीं ये जो Stalin is doing is very wrong. He cannot force the people. But that was his way of doing. His way of doing the work. Policies were quite different than Lenin. So by harsh policies, he adopted collectivization. Clear? Now, next is how the world reacted towards socialism, communist ideology of USSR. That is the global face of this communist revolution. There were mixed reaction. First thing we have to remember, mixed reaction. All the people did not react in the same way. That means neither all the people have supported nor they have opposed. They had their own views. Some people said it is very good. All over the world, people supported. In some section of the people supported. But there were some people who opposed. This is very wrong. What Stalin has done. He has punished and severely punished, even killed thousands of people. Those who were not ready with his policies. So reactions were mixed. Then they supported people of colonies. Colonial people, we can say. Colonial people means like people of India, because that time we were under Britain. So in India also, like in 1925, Communist Party of India was formed with the help of Russia. So they supported the colonial people to fight against the imperialist power. You should fight against the imperial powers, whoever are ruling. Similarly, Conference of People of East. Conference of People of East in 1920. People other than Russia also, those who were influenced by the ideas of Communist Party. They had called one conference, that Conference of People of East in 1920. And here, Commentary was finally they formed it. This was a umbrella organization, main organization of, yeah, you can say like a union of communist parties, Bolshevik parties. This was the main head organization, union, under which there were different communist party, Bolshevik parties were working. One party can be in India, other can be in China, Japan, Britain, etc. In this way, this main organization was formed. So many people, like in India also, there were people who supported communist ideology and they were associated with Comintern. Clear? So this was how people participated, yeah, they reacted towards the communist revolution. It is considered one of the most important revolution of the world. But coming to 1990s, now this communist ideology started declining. USSR was disintegrated in 15 countries. This Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, etc. These countries were formed from USSR. Earlier they had formed USSR, Union Soviet Socialist Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. Now USSR disintegrated. The largest country was Russia. Then there were 14, 15 other countries which have come out of USSR. So from 1990s, USSR was in decline. It was not able to retain its position which it had earlier. Yeah, but we can we can learn many things from this revolution. That means support of the workers, peasants is necessary. Government should take steps for the welfare of these sections. Second, government should somehow be socialist, like Indian preamble, there is one word socialist is written. Socialist means reducing the gap between rich and poor. Like in India also, government is taking in tax, income tax is being taken from the rich people. And this money government is giving to the poor people. In like hospitals, free treatment, education, free schooling in government schools, government hospitals, like even in transport, etc. The basic things they are giving spending this money. So these are the socialist ideas which we have learned from the Russian Revolution. So that's why Russian Revolution is very important. Yeah. And there are certain new words which are important, like kolkhos, collective farming, kulaks, well-to-do peasants, this Comintern, a union of the Bolshevik parties, kulaks, well-to-do peasants. So these words are also important for examination point of view. Collectivization policy is important for examination point of view. Global influence of USSR, and then the like February Revolution, October Revolution, on these also important questions are framed. Clear?